Y'all can hear me now? The mic was off. The green light wasn't on. Yeah. So I'm watching Earn Your Leisure podcast. Shout out to the dudes over there. They podcast is very informative when it comes to investing, just overall, just literacy or financial literacy. So shout out to Earn Your Leisure. They had IG model / old bartender Ayisha Diaz on there, and she said that she need $50K a month for her bills if you dating her. So if you dating her, she says she needs $50K a month. Now, shorty, I just want to ask this because I'm raising a daughter out here, right? Shorty, what do you do or where do you live that would you need a mandatory $50K a month for your bills? Where in the world where does it reserved to have $50K a month to live? Not a superstar. You're IG models. I've been in and out the club since you was a young girl. And you basically saying any guy that wants to mess with you or wife you up has to be giving you $50K a month. For what? This modern day prostitution gotta stop, bro. She had the nerve to say that night girls, we see this all the time. Where do y'all girls see 50K a night? Or y'all see, she said she see 50K a night or 50K every other day. It's nothing for her to see 50K. What people you around that are you seeing that has 50K a month? You know how much you gotta do to make 50K a month? And you gotta really make 100K because there's no way you have a 50K a month worth of bills and that's what you make in a month. So you telling me you make 50K a month and then after you make the 50K, that goes straight to your bill. Where's shorty living at? What type of sex is she giving out to even have in her mind to where she thinks she needs to receive 50K a month to be involved with her? That is the craziest thing I ever heard in my life. 50K a month. She said that she sees this money all the time. Like night girls, we see this type of money all the time. Where y'all see this type of money out all the time? If y'all see that type of money all the time, why are y'all still in the club? That's a regular annual salary for most. Yeah. So if somebody that's a real hard worker is making that annually, what are you talking about? You need that a month. Who are you messing with? Drug kingpin cartels, Pablo Escobar? Who's willing to give you 50K a month? That's why Shorty probably single. I'm pretty she's single because there ain't nobody listening to that dumb shit talking about she needs 50K a month on bill. Where do you live at? Where do you live? And what bills do you have that's sustaining 50K a month? I don't care if you driving a G5 truck, what you gonna pay? A few, probably like 2-3 bands a month for that. Mortgage might be 4,000 or 5,000. That's like 10 bands right there. I just want to know where these women be thinking they deserve or somebody should give them this type of money. Because you're a beautiful face doesn't come with a guarantee somebody has to take care of your bills. Now, if you my wife, everything above that, I'm gonna take care of you, make sure you good, this, that, and the third. But for a female, for you to date her and for her to even ball her lips up to say that She needs 50 to 100K a month just to live is ridiculous. And this is the narrative that they painting to our daughters out here. That's why any guy that has a daughter out here, make sure you're fathering her the right way and in teaching her the right things, because our daughters look up to these IG models, all these bartenders, star tenders. They look up to these girls as role models, and they're not nothing to follow as a role model. Halfway naked in the club, and a man just stoles you serving liquor, and a man just stoles money on you. And they don't see that as, and they not even dancers. They don't see that as being degrading. I can come in the club, long as I got money, right? I can come in the club with a stack of $100 bills and actually throw it and smack a girl in her face, and she's gonna laugh. You can smack her in her face with the money, and she's gonna laugh and enjoy it. And at the end of the night, pick up that money and enjoy it. Don't care what you call her, how you touch her, don't matter. Because after that, after I see that, it's just prostitution. It's just a bunch of prostitution. That's all females nowadays promote, is basically prostitution. If you want to be with me, you gotta pay. If you want to, it's sickening. It's sickening. Who believes that BS? I don't. That's why she's single. She's clearly lying. Yeah. Tell that to somebody else. Who's giving Shorty? I don't care how pretty she is. Who's giving Shorty 50K a month to be with her? And if you, how much money are you bringing in a month if you need 50K? This is what I be wanting to know. People just be like, and this is the thing that they project to our little girls to think. Having our daughters think because they have a pretty face or a nice body, that use that for financial gain. And if you using your body or your sex for financial gain, that's prostitution. But they don't see it like that. They are quick to curve their lips and say, I'm getting to my bag. Or if you want to be with me, this is what you got to do. Like Young Miami says, you need a man got to have $100 million to date her. For what? What do a man need $100 million to date you for? Y'all are sounding like hoes. Money hungry whores. Y'all might as well just go move to Las Vegas where prostitution is legal and just open up a bunch of brothels. I ain't see one girl yet that said, yo, I'm gonna go to Vegas where prostitution is legal and I'm gonna get me a brothel. That's the end all be all right there. Just get a brothel. Just go to some place where prostitution is legal and get a brothel. If that's the business you're in, if that's the business you promote, then just go full-fledged. But a lot of these females, they don't gonna tell you why a lot of these girls, they be flying to Dubai and all these other countries to the wealthy men, and the wealthy men will give them a certain amount of money to let them do the most degrading thing to them. Defecate on them, urinate on them, spit on them for money. Shorty just flew 17 hours to get defecated on, urinated on, and come back to the US with a smile on her face, talking about, yeah, I just made the bag. And then have the nerve to tell you what she indulged into to get that bag. Yo, it's sickening out here, man. It's hard raising a daughter. It's really, really hard raising a young woman out here nowadays, because the things that these girls put out there for our little young ladies to grab up mentally is sickening. Sometimes I think some of you females should shut up and just be quiet sometimes. Learn how to be, sometimes you don't even need to speak, because the things that come out of y'all mouth makes y'all look less intelligent and less attractive than what y'all really are. Everything is just prostitution. It's just a game of pimps and hoes now, or tricks and hoes. You like her, just go pay for it. That's what they promoting to our young ladies, and it's crazy. Disgusting behavior. Yeah, that's disgusting. Some people will, like, that's past selling your soul. It ain't even about selling your soul no more. It's just that we're growing up in an era where we have no moral contrast to our life. We don't even care about going to heaven. People are willing to accept the hellfire from Allah for the rest of eternity just for a couple of dollars. Women take pride in being whores nowadays. Back in my day growing up, a girl, females was ashamed of theyself if you looked at them in a promiscuous way, far as being a prostitute or a call girl or something. They always try to keep that life further away from where people really know them at. That's why a lot of call girls and a lot of prostitutes, they move out of their state and they go do that stuff other places because they don't want to be embarrassed, or they want to try to show or save face. But now it ain't none of that. A girl will let you know, now you can do anything to me long as you paying. So I can spit in your face. I can throw garbage on you long as I'm paying. I can call you the most degrading, disrespect. I can disrespect you in front of your mother and father if I just give you some money. Soul selling got soul. The soul selling is at a all-time high. It's really ridiculous how far people would go or what they project to our young ladies. You know how many females watch that interview and probably agree with her, like, yeah, I need 50K. 50K for what? What are you doing a month? So you telling me every 30 days, and you know how fast these months are going. So you telling me every 60 days, a man that's courting you or wanting to be with you have to give you $50,000. First of all, you talking about for my bills. I didn't create those bills. Your bills is your bills, if we together or not. If you was an entrepreneur and you had bills before I met you, you're gonna have them bills when I'm with you and when I'm not. I will help you, but you built that lifestyle. Why do I have to pay for a lifestyle that you acquired for yourself? Don't acquire the lifestyle if you can't afford it. And that's what a lot of females do. They acquire a lifestyle that they can't afford, so they go find a trick to acquire that lifestyle for them. I've watched young black girls mess with elderly Caucasian men just for money. Didn't matter how it made them look. Didn't matter if people were talking about them. Long as they had money in their account, they didn't care how they looked. And nowadays, it's more women like that than actually hard-working women out here that actually going out every day and earn theirs. It's more handout women with their handout than women that's actually coming to you with an entrepreneurial spirit idea. Now, if you got a woman and she's a beautiful woman and you're well off financially, yes, take care of your woman. But 50,000 a month doesn't acquire for any woman to have from a man. I don't care if you're a billionaire. A billionaire is not giving his wife 50K a month. You think Jay-Z give Beyonce 50K a month? or even close to it. First of all, you don't have to do that because she got her own money. But do you think somebody that's wealthy spending money like that? Why you think they billionaires? Because they don't have the mentality y'all have. That 50K is for nails, beauty, shoes, bags, trip, a facade to make people think you bigger than you are. And the whole time, once the makeup come off, you just a regular Joe. Yeah. And she's washed up. Yeah. Shorty been running around the industry since like 2007, 2009. You never see, you always see her just, people are just, they bag her and that's it. Bow Wow said he got it for the free ski. Bow Wow said, yo, man, he came right around there like, I ain't pay a dime. And a person with that type of status shouldn't have to pay for anything. We like, this is a give and go. Like, sex is an equal fair exchange. But if you feel like for me to have sex with you, I gotta pay, I don't wanna have sex with you. And I'm turning off. And I'm not getting aroused because of your mentality. That my sex drive went down after you coming to me as a whore or as a prostitute. A lot of females now, they have the whorish prostitute approach nowadays. It's unladylike and it's really a turn off no matter how you look. Will a man have sex with you? Yes, he will. Will he respect you? No. Will he wife you? No. So that's why y'all going, the coochie is going to have miles and miles. Y'all going to have hundreds of bodies, no ring on your finger, and y'all still going to be out here chasing somebody to sponsor a lifestyle that you can't even afford yourself. Yeah, the do's and don'ts. 50,000 goes for the lifestyle only, living up to the hype, rentals type. Yeah, exactly. That's what the 50K. 50K ain't going into no business. 50K ain't going into no real estate. 50K is for you to walk, run around, fly here, fly there to make it think you're a millionaire when all the time you're just a female that's giving up sex for a certain amount of money. Nowadays, you can look like Kermit the Frog. You can look dead. You can look like Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But if you got a bag, you the cutest, finest thing in the world. Yo, my man is fine. He's so cute. I love him, this, that, and the third. No, what's fine to y'all is that his pockets. A man can have a blank face with no lips, no mouth, or nothing. But long as he's paying, y'all gonna love him, like him, and then the whole time you're not gonna even be loyal to the person that's taking care of you. Because some of that 50,000, you attracting other men with it. And that's the God honest truth. That 50,000 is for her to get around other men and other circles for her lifestyle to continue. Because she always have them type of females always got a plan A to Z. Yo, who's gonna be my plan B? Who's gonna be my plan C? If D, E, F, G fell, who I'ma get? Who going? I bet. I need 50K. I'm gonna mess with this nigga. He gonna give me about 2,500 a month. This one gonna give me 5 bands. This one might be good for a G. He ain't gonna really be getting nothing. He just a trick. This, that, and the third. So a girl accumulate wild bodies within a month just to reach their quota, and then look in your face and tell you that they are not a whore or they are not a prostitute. What is it? If you give me sex and you're planning on receiving some currency for it, that's prostitution. Yeah, Beats for Casa. That's the email for the beats. BEATS, the number 4 KASA at Gmail. Send the beats through. Camden, what's going on? The Kardashian effect. See that even with the Kardashians, they had their own money, and if you just fell into the love with them and you did whatever you did, but they got their own money. They can make Kardashians, they can make 50K a month, literally they self. No, I'm talking about a female telling you, if we gonna be in some type of relationship, I need 50K a month for my bills. Okay, show me the paperwork of 50K a month in the bills and if you need 50K for your bills and whatever you got going on every month, you'll spend it and you're living wrong. It's no reason for anybody that should have to acquire 50K a month just for bills. And then she said, if you just pay my bills, I still need extra money. Your bills is paid. What you need extra money for? Whatever, if I'm paying all your bills, the extra money you need, you better get up off your ass and go get a job. You better be bringing in some money. You ain't gonna be sitting around the house because I'm paying your bills on your ass and expect me to fund a lifestyle that you can't afford yourself. Like one time a girl asked me to take her to this place, a restaurant. I was like, cool, we can go. I asked her, have you ever been before? No, this is gonna be my first time. So why are you asking me to take you to a place that you can't afford yourself? Any place I take myself or a female I can afford, and I went there by myself before. If you ain't experienced this if you can't experience this moment without me, you don't need to go. I took her to Philippe's. We ordered the food. Once they bring the drinks and all that, I drank my drink. I took my food to go. I paid my bill and I left her there. And I said, this is the experience you want there. No. This is the experience you want. You ain't care if the food was good. You ain't cared to be my acquaintance. Because you know what the first thing she did when we walked in the restaurant? When she sat down, she got out her phone and she screenshotted the plate that said Philippe Chow's on it. Just so people can think Philippe Chow's ain't nothing but expensive ass Chinese food, bro. And it don't even taste good on the reheat up. I done had golden wok, regular Chinese from your block on the reheat that tastes better than Philippe's after you get, that's food is meant to eat there. When you take it home and all that, it don't even taste the same after you reheat it. So why the females just be going because they might not even like the food or even ate it before, but just because it sounds like a place or it's a place that you know that people that got money go there, that's where you want to go. Me, I go to the places where I don't even want to see those type of people because you just got a mixy mentality. So by you taking a picture of the plate, you letting people know you at Philippe's. That's showing people that really eat Philippe's, like on the regular, that's showing them that you're not used to nothing. Because a person that go to Philippe's on the regular ain't showing where they eating at. They going to get their meal, they going to eat, and they going to leave. Only cornball clout chasing. I know niggas and females that do that. As soon as they go to a extract chop house or Philippe's, they screenshotting the plate. Like they ain't never been nowhere. I hate them type of people that don't never been nowhere. 600K a year for bills. Yeah, shorty out of pocket, you heard? Yeah, she bugged all the way out. Ayisha Diaz is bugged out for even like sometimes when you don't know what to say, sometimes it's your best to just stay quiet. So, because it's just like, yo, I can't think of a place in the United States where you need 50K a month just for your bills. You're not an athlete. You're not you nothing of that stature. Now, if you had a house like Rick Ross and the maintenance and stuff like that, but they not even there. I'm talking about these people are living in condos or regular houses. And if you live in a house and you see that money all the time. You see that us night girls see that money all the time. If y'all see that all the time, so why you ain't a millionaire? If you see that all the time, why you not a millionaire? No, you just a broke female that's looking for a a easily acquired man that doesn't mind spending his money. And then then they'll do this with the narrative with the guys that's not even going for that. Oh, he a broke nigga. No, he not broke. You broke. Niggas not broke. Niggas ain't, no, you're broke. That's why you asking me for money. I'm not spending 15, 20, nothing, no type of thousands on no female for what? If we not inquiring no business or no real estate, you're not getting that type of money from me. Hair, nails, shoes and bags here and there. And you gonna earn those things. You're not gonna just get those things because you my girl. You gotta be taking care of my household. You gotta be taking care of my kids. You gotta be taking care of me. You gotta be taking care of the businesses. You gotta be taking care of your family for you to get rewarded. Ain't no female getting rewarded just because you my wife. Nah, that shit is out the door. Yeah, she talking for clout, but it just made her look stupid. And then it makes you vulnerable to people that actually do have that money. So that means, forget it. What if you meet a man that's a trillionaire and say, you know what? Matter of fact, you can have 250K a month. But every time I need to go use the bathroom, I want to use it on you. I give you 250K for you to just come around me and my friends and let me disrespect you. You know how many females would sign on a dotted line? Some males too. But you know how many women would sign on a dotted line if getting 250K took that? Defecated, urinated on. I hear about all these stories in these foreign countries, the Emirates, Dubai and all these Arabian countries where girls go meet the sultans and the princes and the kings, and all they require is a beautiful American girl, and she can have anything she want long as she let me have her way with her. I wish a nigga would think he gonna ever squat over my daughter or do anything derogatory to my child for $1. That's why I teach my child. And my daughter be knowing this since she was 1. And I ask her every time when I see her, I'm gonna ask her today, I'm gonna be like, Zori, rule number 1. And she gonna tell me, she gonna be like, Dad, never let no man call me no bitch. That's a fact. That's the first thing I told him. Never let no man disrespect you. If he feel like he got to call you a bitch, he don't need to be in your life. Then I ask her rule number 2, always secure yourself. She answers everything. That's all you have to be hands-on with your daughters. Don't never let no nigga think he gonna disrespect or applies any type of nonsense to your daughter for a fee. That's why I give my daughter the best. And for you to get my daughter, you're gonna have to compete with her dad. You're gonna have to be a man like her dad. You're gonna have to be respectful like her dad. Because my daughter get everything that she want anyway already. So she not gonna be looking for no man. And her mother and her grandmother, her aunts, her uncles, as well as my side of the family teaches my daughter how to be an independent. Me and my daughter's about to start a lemonade company, Zori's Lemonade. Her favorite color is blue. So we're gonna do a pretty blue lemonade for her. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna start her off as an entrepreneur early. She's only 7. So by the time she gets 17 or 27 or 37, she'll already be financially stable on her own. Regardless, because her mother and her daddy showed her that you don't have to be an escort, you don't have to be a dancer or a bottle girl or have to do anything derogatory to be financially stable. We're gonna teach you how to be an independent woman, and until you're able, or even if you want to indulge in a relationship or marriage. My daughter gonna be well off until somebody sweep her off her feet. And that man gotta come to her daddy. My daughter, whoever's gonna make my daughter their fiance, they gotta come meet me. We gotta have a talk. We gotta sit at the round table. Cause this is gonna be, if y'all thinking about marriage, this is a lifetime situation you gotta think over. You can't just jump in no marriage. So All men with daughters, just be instrumental in your daughter's life. Our sons need us, but our daughters need us even more because they role models and who they looking up to is disgusting and despicable, and the pressure that our young ladies is put under by the feminine energy that they look up to is not good for us. And I'm glad my daughter is totally different from other girls that's growing up her age. First of all, her environment is totally different from what I grew up. The people that she's around every day is totally unlike how I grew up. When you come from a dysfunctional family and you come from a bunch of dysfunction and just nonsense and you have kids, you don't want them to experience none of what you experience. So you try to put them in better atmospheres. That's what I did with my child. My child doesn't live in the city of New York. She visits, she know what it is. She like the park, stuff like that. But I do that so she can have best of both worlds. Everybody don't live like you. Some people are less fortunate. You get what I'm saying? Everybody's not going to receive birthday cards, Christmas gifts, this, that, and that, this, that, and a lot of stuff that you receive. You're doing it because, one, my daughter's a straight A student and she's always going to be rewarded. And then I'll teach her, you're also a fortunate child. Every child your age is not as fortunate as you are. Some people are underprivileged. And when you teach your kids these things, they have a better outlook on how to respect and treat people. Seven or not, I'll still, work the mother, get off my page, bro. I'm gonna block this nigga forever. Nigga just say he at 7 or 9, he'll still give her the dick. What type of, y'all niggas are animals, bro. I'll show your good daughter a good time. Some chill guy, I'll smack the shit out you. How about that? I'll smack the shit out you if I ever met you. And they probably gonna give me a yellow dollar sign. I don't even care about that monetization right now when you disrespected mine. What type of, you know what? It's Ramadan. I ain't supposed to be cursing. I ain't supposed to even be getting upset. I ain't even supposed to be doing this live, but this is a part of, my business. So, but you gotta be a real sick person to get up here and say you have sex with a 7-year-old kid, man. What is wrong with y'all, bro? You need help, bro. Whoever said that, you need help. You need help, and I'm gonna pray for you as soon as I get off this live. People are disrespectful, seriously. Clown. You can tell somebody like that, he was either touched, molested, something. He was somebody that would say something like that is mentally ill. And you're not gonna get me aroused because this is what y'all people do. But I'm gonna always spread nothing but positive internet energy. I'm always giving a positive assessment and reality checks on things. But like I said, we was here talking about Ayisha Diaz and her comment on the Earn Your Leisure. Like, young lady, beautiful young lady, sometimes think before you speak. And then it bothered her because she just did like a whole 3 slide to the left video on academics. Academics, I guess whatever she posted on her page, but sometimes nobody wouldn't have been judging you or nothing. Sometimes y'all gotta get up there and know what y'all gonna say. Some people get up there and just say the first thing that comes to their mind. That's a lack of intelligence. Even when I did the Danza project, every question they asked me, I thought carefully how to answer it, because you only get one impression to people. You know what I'm saying? Some people, some people are just so ignorant, they are never going to get the gems. They are never going to get the gems. They're never going to be wealthy. They never going to be anything, because they are so invested in negativity that they soul won't even guide them to go to no type of light. So them people that stay in the darkness, I stay far the hell away from the dark people. And I'm not talking about skin tone, I'm talking about spirituality, they dark. They very dark. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it ain't just trolling. That's disrespect to say you have sex with somebody's 7-year-old daughter. That's not trolling, because I want that person, wherever you in New York or something, I want to see if you, this is the type of stuff, I want to see if you man enough to say, I was the guy that said that to you on your page. You will never do that. You will say something disrespectful like that to me about my child, but you wouldn't say that to my face. So that's why I don't even take it nowhere. And that's why I just be thinking it's just ignorant people out here. But at the end of the day, you'll get a 5-finger sandwich across your face, you ever disrespect me like that in person. Anybody. Would you think the resolution in Russia is possible? I don't know. War, I don't know. War don't do nothing but hurt people. You know what I'm saying? Resolutions never come good out of war. Because by the time they come to the resolution, it'd be thousands and thousands, just thousands of kids, women, men dead already. They've been fighting for the last 2 years. Yeah, people are just disgusting out here, man. But I just want our women to start thinking that they looking highly of themselves, and stop putting a value of $1 on how they conduct themselves in life. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather mess with a poor girl that has her morals correct, and I'll help her financially, help her get on her feet, or invest in them. I'd rather meet a poor girl that got nothing, that I can help bloom into a butterfly if she's a caterpillar. For real, because I'd rather help somebody get to where they need to be than to actually mess with a female that's beautiful, that just think because she's sexing me, or her like, yeah, there ain't no vagina worth $50,000. None, none, none in the world. And if y'all paying that, and like, you either just super fortunate, or you just a fool that can't get a female off your own regardless. I don't need to pay for nothing. I done had my fair share of beautiful women, and it's not what it's all cracked up to be. I done had 7s, 6s, 7s, and 8s that treated me better than the ones that was the dimes. I'll take how I'm gonna put this. I'll take a loyal 7 than a piece of shit 10 any day. I'll take a 7 over a dime any day, because it's the way she think. The girl that's a 10, she's just so too focused on thinking she's the prize. No, you're not the prize. You're not the prize. You're not the prize. As a relationship, we the prize. As a foundation, as a union, you're not the prize. Especially when you promoting to me that it takes a certain amount of money to even be around you, or your time, or the status that you obtain requires a certain amount of money to be around you. That's why females like that got mad bodies, not wifed up, and they wind up settling for less at the end of the day, because a Frank beats a blank and oatmeal beats no meal anything. A frank beats a blank, and oatmeal beats no meal. So that's why you got a lot of women nowadays. They're gonna wind up settling down, or just settling for less. Why? Because what they acquire is too high, and they not even mentally equipped to even be projecting that entire requirement for as financial status. With wealth comes education and intelligence, and a lot of females, nor a lot of these males have it nowadays. Everybody just running off of materialism. I can get into any circle, I can get around anybody, long as I partake in the things they do. It's easy to get mixy. Just show people you got money. I don't like to show niggas I got money. Too much jealousy. And if you think I'm broke, I'm happy you do. That means you gonna stay the hell away from me. Bro, we in an era now where we need the record deals ain't that serious, but I grew up in that 90s, in the 2000s, so record deals was everything. How did you get your first deal, and what steps did it took you to educate? When I got my first record deal, I wasn't educated to the business. All I wanted was when it was a record deal. I didn't come in the music business the informative era. They wanted when you came in the record business, when I came in the early 90s and all that, they wanted you to stay dumb. All they would tell you, worry about being an artist, worry about your craft, we'll handle this. From the managers to the record labels now, we're so independent and so educated on what our business need to be. That's why the music industry's dying. There's no more dummies. And the ones that are the dummies, they only gonna last about two albums and they gone, because they're not self-efficient. They're bought products. Marketing. A lot of people don't need marketing nowadays, because people just are on the energy of, I'm gonna go do it. We gonna go do it. We living in the era where go do it. Get on your job. There's access everywhere. It's access and information. We in the most informative era ever in life. I wish I had a smartphone at 15, 16. I wish I had all these platforms and stuff y'all got, because I would have been doing the research and I would have been a very wealthy man now. You know what I'm saying? But nobody, like, like, artists like me, I don't even care about a record deal. A record deal sound like some clown shit to me now. Straight up. A record deal sound like some clown shit. Like, I want to go to a record deal. They not even exciting no more, because none of these record labels is record labels no more. They are banks. A record label is a bank. All they doing is investing in you, hoping that you pop. They don't got no more marketing teams. They don't got no more A&Rs. They don't got no more no more A&Ds, artists in development. They don't got nothing no more. All they care about, you got a hot record, got a TikTok, can it be TikTok? But as soon as that dry out, they looking for the next one. Like I said, you ain't gonna never see another you ain't gonna never see another Michael Jackson. You never gonna see another Prince. You're never gonna see another Biggie. You're never gonna see another Tupac. You're never gonna see another Whitney. You're never gonna see nobody of that caliber. You're never gonna see superstars no more. Nowadays, a person can be super big, but we don't even look at them like a star. Once you start, nowadays, the celebrity spark fades out. I remember the baby, little baby was that nigga a few years ago. I be asking my niggas, hey, listen, I don't listen to Baby no more. That nigga fell off. And I be like, damn, he's still spitting. He's still spitting. It's just like nowadays you gotta ride the boat until the wave stop. Ride that wave until that shit becomes still water. Yeah, man. I'm not even giving Gully no more energy. Gully's just a peon. Gully's a peon. I done did everything in the world to show y'all that that man is not who we think he is. All he do every other video when he trying to get some traction, he mentions my name. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Let me get it out. Oh, let me get mine's back. Like, oh, oh, damn. That's all Gully do. He did. Oh, that's all. When you see Gully, everybody, if y'all see him in the street, just walk up to him and be like, oh. I said, give me that back. As soon as y'all see him, y'all say, yo, Gully TV. Oh, word, bro. But man, as fathers, and you got a daughter, stay in your daughter life. And women, stop talking bad about your kids, whether they're your son or your daughter. Stop talking bad about your kids. Stop talking bad about your kid's father in front of your kids. If you wanna, I tell people in there, if you got a quarrel with your baby mother, your baby father, y'all can argue, curse each other out all day. But when it comes to them kids, protect how they feel about their parents. Protect how your daughter feel about her father. Protect how your son feel about his father. Protect how your son feel about his mother. Protect how your son or your daughter feel about their mother. It starts at home first. People be expecting these kids to be so smart, but when they come outside and when they sink off the leash, they wasn't taught shit. See, I grew up in an era where parents let you off the leash quick. I've been outside really roaming the streets, riding bikes by myself since like 5 or 6 years old. I've known the train system since I was 8, 9. I've been all over New York City by just getting on the train. My aunt used to tell me, just get on the train and go to the last stop. You'll learn how to use the train. So I used to take the A train all the way to Motts Avenue, all the way to the last stop, the D, all the way, all that. I learned taking the 1 and the 9 to the last stop on Van Cortlandt. I did all that just to learn. You had to teach yourself. Nowadays, education and being intelligent is not even a dope thing for people. Having money is. When wasn't being smart or being educated or intelligent wasn't dope? You can be a dummy, illiterate, not know how to read. Long as you got a bag, people respect you. Yo, he got money, he get to the bag, but he don't know shit. He get to the bag, but he don't got no morals. He get to the bag, but he don't respect his mother. He get to the bag, but he don't take care of his daughter. He get to the bag, but he don't take care of himself. What comes with wealth comes intelligence. If you getting richer and you're not getting smarter at the same time, you doing it backwards. As your money grow, your mind supposed to grow. You ain't supposed to become a millionaire and become dumber. You supposed to know how to get the next million by something you learned from getting the first million. When you see Gully TV, oh, oh. As soon as you just walk up to him and go, oh, make that sound, you gotta make that, because that's what he be doing. Throat goat. Gully TV is the biggest throat goat on YouTube. He's a throat goat. All he do is throw off niggas that he used to be cool with. That's all he does. He's a throat goat. That tried to show off that Spanish girl crib like that's yours. You can go put up a picture. You can go put up a Quran. That doesn't mean you live there. That's where you go from time to time. You live on Parade Street in that mildew basement. He a throat goat. Oh, throat goat. Oh. That's what Gully stand for. Gully, you love licking young men. That's what Gully stand for. That's his acronym for that. That's what he like. But I told him I don't go, I ain't with that. So get off of mine. Ah. Yeah, the mildew basement. Y'all know how purple haze used to smell? Like when it's real damp and moist. You remember that little mildewy smell? That's how his basement smelled when I first went to his crib. Our first thing I asked him, yo, you got water damage down there? If you got mildew, you know you ain't supposed to be breathing. Nah, it's just on this side, G. You all good, G. Yeah, he always in a random spot. He never flipped the camera. Then he gonna be like, I'm not supposed to show nobody my crib. He said, all you gonna do is see him bottom pictures and buy his plaque. What the hell I supposed to show the viewers how I'm living, how I'm staying? No. That's how you get robbed. That's how you get killed. That's how all types of stupid stuff. When you see all he did was show a picture and show a Quran. He ain't show you the front door. He ain't gonna show you. Gully's a troll, an idiot, and don't go. How did I used to record back in the day? My first studio, for real, just to get my flow and all that, my grandmother gave me a brown and beige. I wish I still had it to this day. I had a brown and beige recorder and using earphones. I broke a pair of earphones to beat the mic. You know what I'm saying? I had one radio playing the beat, and I had the other recorder recording the vocals, and that's how I first started. But when I first started going into studios, the first studio I ever went to was like my man Ray Rock joint. Shout out to Ray Rock. I hope you alive and well. He used to charge us $25 an hour. The microphone was in the bathroom because bathrooms got good acoustics. I came up on the 8 DATs, then to the Rails, and then to the Pro Tools. I went to every stage of recording, technology wise. So, but then after a while, studio time, you had to be getting real money back in the day to have studio time, because studio time wasn't cheap. Especially the studios that you want to go to, like Unique or the Hit Factory or the Sound Factory or Platinum Sounds or something like that, or Right Track. I've been to damn near every state-of-the-art studio in New York City, from the Platinum Sounds to the Hit Factories to the Quads to the Right Tracks to the Electric Lady and to the Alien Flyers. I've been to every top-notch studio that Unique or studios that's not even around no more. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's how I first started. I first started on a tape recorder. He said, when I see Gully TV, I'm stalling off on him. He need to get stalled off on. Yeah, man. Like, when you come here, you always gonna get a gem. I've been through so much in this music industry that, you know what I'm saying? It just became information for me to give to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Stay independent. And if you're an artist, get your own studio. Go get you a microphone. Go get you some sound modules. Go get you a MacBook and record yourself, and just take your music to an engineer, but record yourself. You can, man, if you really want to record, you can go get you a USB microphone. You know what I used to record on? Just to get my freestyles out. A lot of freestyles you heard or might have heard, I recorded on GarageBand on MacBook. Go get SoundLab. They got studios that's on your iPhone now. You don't even need a big studio. All you really need is a mix down. And now they got apps to where you can just email your music and they mix and master your record. So everything is like, in the next, I can tell you, In the next 10 years, I don't even think no studios is gonna be existing. Unless you just want the vibe of just sitting in a studio or something like that. It's gonna be to where you can record songs in 2-3 minutes and they be out, ready for consumers. My favorite producers, Pete Rock, Dr. Dre, Havoc, RZA, Eric Sermon. The list goes on. I love all producers, Alchemist, everybody. But we've been here for an hour, man. I just want to come give my little assessment on Shorty. She's bugged out and all that, but drop it in the comment section. Y'all can give me topics. Start dropping in the comment section. Start hitting me and let me know what y'all want to talk about. We can talk about it. Until next time, peace out. I love y'all. I appreciate it. I got a daddy-daughter date today with my daughter. We're going to a dance, and I'm just going to enjoy myself for a few hours and back to work. But peace. This is my assessment on the 50K a month from Ayisha Diaz. I'm out. Peace and love.